Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave, and today we're continuing our playthrough of Enemy Action Kharkov, Popov versus Manstein 1943, game published by Compass Games and designed by John Butterfield. Right, well, we're getting ready to start turn number 2. So, let's do the first thing we need to do is take the units out of these boxes and place them in the reserve unit box. And the Germans have 1 unit. Okay. And this will be a German hand is still 4. Supplementals will be 4. Okay. So, card preparation. Place this turn's primary reinforcement cards face down in the draw pile. Primary reinforcement cards 2, 3, 4, 5 make way in the draw pile, and then we shuffle. Let's see, place supplemental reinforcement cards face down the available supplemental cards, so we do get some new cards this turn. So we have a 4th Panzer Army. They're marked with game turn 2 here in the corner. A couple 3rd Corps, the Comp Group 3rd Corps, and the 40th Panzer Corps. We put them in that group. Then we shuffle them. These are my available supplementals. So we're going to give them a shuffle. Try not to drop them. Tell you what, let's move that over and get rid of the glare. So this is where we're working at right now. So we're shuffling up our supplemental cards that are available. We put them on the draw pile. This stack now becomes available supplemental cards. Now we take the draw pile. And we shuffle the draw pile. And then we're going to draw our initial hand, which is 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Set them aside for a minute. Now for the Soviet, they have 1 reinforcement card this turn, another Verana's Front. Right here, we goes into the pile, and we shuffle the draw pile. All that good mixed up. Okay, put that in the draw pile. Now they're ready to go. Right. I do believe, let's see, Soviets start first. We check supply, everything's still good in supply, so I don't have to worry about that yet. Okay, so we start with the Soviet Impulse. Alright, so we're going to draw 2 cards, 1 and 2, and we get 69th Army, and there's a primary, 6th Army. Okay, so 6th Army becomes the command card, and they'll have air power for their combat tactic. So 6th Army, and the first command there is activate all units. Okay. Alright, so 6th Army has the southwest front objective. Nobody's there yet, so we don't have to change that. And so, can they take a VP hex? 6th Army. They're on 1 right there. So they cannot get to a VP hex. Here for their front. Okay. Adjacent to a German VP hex and near the objective? No. Open supply line. Okay there. Cause a surround. So we have a German unit here. 3rd Corps unit. Can they cause surround on him? No, they can't do that. Okay. To a Soviet VP hex. No, they can't move that. Adjacent to a German victory point hex. No. Let's see. Adjacent to a German unit in a logistics hex. No. Adjacent to a German unit. So can he get adjacent here? 1, 2. Yes, he could move, but there's already a unit adjacent to him. So let's see what that says. Move to unoccupied hex adjacent to a German and not adjacent to a Soviet unit adjacent to the same unit. So that we don't have that. Relieve the garrison. No. Follow movement arrows. Okay. Let's see if he can, any of these guys can do that. This is an ascending, so we're looking for the lowest. He's a 3, 7, 8, and there's a 4 in there. So the 3, his arrows would be one, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The next guy, this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. He moves there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that takes care of the 6th Army and no attacks. Alright, so let's see what we've got. We have Corral, 2nd, oh there it is, I needed that right there. I got to get into Kharkov, keep that, there we go, we're playing Kharkov. Yeah, our 2nd SS Panzer Corps is on the move. It's exactly what I wanted these guys to do. I'm trying to keep my, so they're going to move 1, and both units there, they hold Kharkov. Now, these guys, see, I could move him into that town. The question is, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get him down there. So I think that's what I'll do. I think what I'll do is move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, and then move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to hold these victory point locations right there. All right, no combat. Next up, Soviets. Verana's front. Oh, 3rd Tank Army. Okay, 3rd Tank Army is the command card. Command tactics, tank brigade, and assault coordination. Okay, 3rd Tank Army, activate all units. Here we go. This is going to be a big one here. Okay, can they take a VP hex? No, because it's not empty. Can he take a VP hex? 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't. So the 3rd Tank Army right here can move down here. No, he can't because of that right there. He's got zone of control. All right, so I'm looking over here. Sorry. Yep, I get thinking ahead of myself, but he's looking 1, 2, 3. He had the range, but he can't get there because of zone of control. And if he crosses that river, it costs him 1, so that'd be 2, 3, 4. He can't get there. Okay. So they don't have a victory point hex that they can get to. Adjacent to an army VP hex and near the objective. Move to a hex closer to or within 4 hexes of the front objective. So for these guys, The front objective is down here. So they're not going to get there. Open supply line. Now this is my spearhead, so they drop down to turn number, or step number 10. Follow movement arrows. This is ascending. So the first guy is number 1 right there. Yep, I'm just checking them. Okay. So he would be, must spend all their movement points. Well, he won't move. 1, 2, he won't move. 1, 2, 3. These guys can move though. This guy can't, but this one can. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts him right there up against those guys. Okay. Unit number 8 can't do that. Number 4 can't do that because they follow their arrows. And these guys can move 1, 2. So 24 doesn't go. I gotta get them in order here. 15 can move. He moves 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he moves 1, 2, 3, 4. So that stack is moved, and this stack is moved. These guys here haven't moved yet. Okay. So they're coming this way, but they're not there yet. None of the other ones can move following the arrows. Closest to front objective. Move to the Hicks closer to the front objective. Well, the problem is their front objective is right down there through that. Strengthen a potential attack. If not adjacent to a German unit, move to a Hicks adjacent to a German unit into which another active unit is also adjacent. Okay, so now we're looking at these guys right here. Unit number 1. He can move. So he can move up. He is one and 4 makes 5. These two guys are moving into there. They're in the woods. He's in the open. Okay. Supply line through 4 still. This guy is not there. Just looking to see if I missed him somewhere. If not adjacent to a German unit, move to Hicks adjacent to a German unit to which another active unit. Closest to front objective, move to Hicks closer. Adjacent to German occupied Hicks with least strength. Yes, so he would move here, and that would let this guy move up. 1. He has to cross that river to get adjacent there. Or would he just move into the same hex? Seems like he would. Doesn't make sense that he would cross the river to try to do something there. He can go into there, so they're going to move into there and strengthen their attack. This guy is trying to move closer to the objective. 1, 2, 3. That's as far as he can go. Oh yeah. What's that guy doing? He needs to follow. He would have followed his arrows, which would only move him 1 there. He can't go that direction. He needs to go towards the front objective, which is the secondary arrow. So he would move 1, 2, 3. It costs him 1 to go across the river. And actually he could strengthen the attack right there 4. of those guys. So could this guy, because he only moved 3 and he would move there. That would be 4. Okay, so we got a little action, got some action going on now with the German units, and this is a tough, at least there's no assault coordination, so it's all just their units. Okay. Well, I think that they would try to hit Kharkov first, and see what kind of combat they're going to have. They are 4 and 8 is 12, and I'm 10. So it's 1-to-1. So at 1-to-1, Soviet attack. I think it's in this one. Yep. Do not attack if less than 1-to-1. If ratio is greater than 1-to-1 and less than 3-to-1, calculate the tactical value of attack. Command value of activating card is 3. If situational strength is greater than 2-to-1, no. Soviet artillery barrage, no. Soviet attack is in support. Soviet units have armor. Well, they get the tank brigade, so they do. They're armor anyway. So that's +1. So now we're up to 4. Any attacking units are surrounded? No. Flanking will apply? No. Targets VP +1 because it's greater than 2. So now we're up to 5. +1 if all combat tactics apply. Not all of them apply. And we know it's not less than 4. If tactical value is greater than or equal to 7, it's not. Okay, so they're not going to attack yet. So they're building up, but they're not ready to attack. Now we have this unit. I have a victory point level 1. They have 2, 5, and 8 is 13-4. That's 3-to-1. If attack is greater than 3-to-1, or all defenders isolated, no. But I believe this should read greater than or equal to 3-to-1. They are greater, it's greater than 3-to-1. It's like 3 point something because it was 13. So I would say yes, it is greater than the 3-to-1. Attack. Okay, so I have 4, he has 5, and 8 is 13. So that's greater than 3-to-1. Yeah, it's 4-to-1. What am I thinking? Yep. Okay, so they're going to attack. All right. Now the question is, do I want to do any kind of tactics here? Or do I just try to hold on to this guy right here? He's going to have 4 chits. He gets armor, which he already has, but he gets the tactic card. It's going to give him 5 chits at greater than 4-to-1. At 4-to-1. Okay. Yeah. I could play the air power and see if I can do anything there. I can play any tactics. Plus the town's going to absorb a hit. I think I'll let it go, and we're going to just do the attack right here. So this is the attack. They're 4-to-1. And he gets 5 chits. First chit Attacker command 5? No, it's a 3. And they're not dispersed or unsupplied. No. So that's out. Alright, next one is combat engineer. No. Dispersed or unsupplied. No. 2 down so far, they haven't done anything. 3 to go. Greater than 1.5 to 1, yes. Less than 1 to 1, no. Okay, so that's the first one. It's an attacker 1 hit, defender 1 hit. Next one, large attack, no. Greater than 5 to 1, no. 4, last one. Large attack, no. Greater than 6 to 1, no. That's it. All right. So, 2, 3, those 4 go into the cup. So we ended up with attacker takes 1 hit, which the town absorbs, and the defender takes 1 hit. It has to come off of either a large unit or an armor first. He has both a large and an armor. So that one is going to get reduced. That's the 6th Guards Company. He gets reduced by 1. Okay, just going to double check that, make sure that is correct for assigning the hit. They're not Soviet, they're Soviet. If all defending units are eliminated, reduce hits incurred by Soviet units by unfulfilled German hits, assume defender satisfied 2 hits by retreat. Yeah, okay. First hit as a step loss, which we did. Okay. All right. Whew, that was a big one. Gets rid of those 2 cards. And I have 3 cards in my hand. I draw 1, so we get 3rd Corps Conf Group. I don't have any reserves. I can make a Conf Group and activate everybody within 2 hexes. Activate all 3rd Corps within 2 hexes. Which already, let's see. I put it there. I can't reach. They're too far. Oh, 3rd Corps is all up there. Or I can just activate all those guys. Activate any 1 unit. So, I think what I'm going to do, 4th Panzer Army. No reserves there. I could bring my RAL. Man. Or, I'll tell you what, I'm going to deploy my 40th Panzer Corps reserves. I have 1 reserve unit. I'm going to deploy him. He's got to be within 2, I do believe, of the let's see. I don't know why I have so much trouble finding these things sometimes. Disperse Soviet garrison, German deployment. Within the unit's army area, in a supply head hex, at least 3 hexes away from a non-isolated unit. and within 3 hexes of the same core. Okay. So at least 3 hexes away from these guys. So 1, 2, 3 puts me back here. And within 3 hexes of my group, I think I'll just put him, that's a supply chain head right there. I'm going to enter him right there. Okay. Back to the Soviets. 1, 2. Okay, we have Mobile Group Popov is the primary card. Fixed Artillery is the auxiliary card, and we're going to activate all units in the Popov group. Okay, Army Group Popov. They're trying to get down here to the southwest. So can they take a VP hex? And there is one right there. We need to get him on top right here. Oh, you know what? These guys couldn't have moved. Oh, there's a mistake. Wow, I didn't catch that in time. Okay, so these guys could not have moved all the way down to this hex, and when they got there, they would have gone with their secondary move, which would have put them right there. Okay, we'll fix that. The Popov is a large unit. That's why he can't move anywhere. Okay, there is a VP hex right here that he can get to. Enter a empty German town or city unless exclusive target of an annex front. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Before I do that, I got to check one other thing, because I think objective marker, first group in 40 Army, nope. Reference, let's see, if any unit in active front occupies marker's hex, there's approximate 200, roll the die. Okay, so they're going to move down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he will take that, and they get a victory point for that. So the victory point goes up to 5 now. Okay, and they took a victory point right there by moving into Lazovaya. Okay. Now the rest of your units, adjacent to a German VP hex. Yes, he is that. He can't move any closer. So we have one each of these guys right up here. They're all adjacent right here. Them on top, so they're not going anywhere. Open a supply line, no, and now we jump down to follow movement arrows. They must spend everything. Well, he can't move because of the zone of control by that 3rd Corps unit. And this guy, they can move. So I have 8 and 9 right here. They follow this. They cross the river. This is infantry. So that costs him 1 to do that. So that'd be 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh, took 2. He stayed up there. And the tank unit costs him 2 to cross that river. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're on the move down here. So here's my problem here, right? I don't have anything down in this area to stop these guys from rolling on down through there. Okay, that left me strengthen a potential attack. Well, they're already there, and he's can't move there. He's in that potential attack, so he could attack right there. All right, well, let's see what we get. So we have a potential attack. Let's do this one right here. Now he's attacking him across the river, but he's going to try to push him out of there. That's what he's trying to do anyway. Okay, so he is 6-2, which is 3-1. Now, that brings up this interesting thing. Attack if greater than 3-1 or all defenders are isolated. Well, I think if ratios between 1-1 and 3-1, that's the way I'm doing this. Command value of activating card is a 3. There's no victory points there. They get +2 because their situational strength is greater than 2. So that's 5-1. No barrage bonus. If only Soviets have armor, that's +1. Now we're at 6. If flanking, no, not a target hex. If all yes, combat tactics on the auxiliary card. That gives him a 7. Okay, he gets to do the attack. He gets 1 chit. He gets 2 chits for this combat. Here's the first one. The first one is greater than 7-1, no. Defender not supported, no. Greater than 5-1, yes. No, it's not 5-1, it's 3-1. That didn't count. Second chit, greater than or equal to 3-1, yes. Less than 2-1, no. So he gets 1, it's a defender hit. Okay, so my defender is going to retreat 1 this way, and that takes care of that hit. And he can advance 1 space. Okay. That's the end of that. Now, I have 3 cards, and my 4th card, I got my 40th Panzer Corps again. Fourth Panzer Army, where I can deploy. I have my 3rd Corps, and I have my Corps RAL. Man, I'd like to get my that guy up there out of there. Corps RAL right here. He needs to Okay, I'm going to use Corps RAL, and I'm going to activate all units in Corps RAL. Okay, so I have 2 stacks. I'm going to start with this one over here, and we're going to move him. He's kind of leaving that zone of control, so that's 2. Oh, that didn't get me what I wanted. Ooh. Well, you know what? Man. But, get him. That's going to cost me 2 to get out of there and 2 for the woods. So that's my whole movement right there with both those guys. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. 2, can't get into there. I was trying to get to there. Can't do that because I don't have enough movement. Can't bring him here. Try to hold these guys right here. that group's going to get down there to their objective. I'm going to lose that. That's what I'm afraid of. But I could maybe get back in here and take it back. All right, I'm going to move this group to here. And in this stack, I can move him. I need to get across here and start giving some support over here somewhere. I'm not sure where they're going to go next. So I think I'm going to bring these guys. They're still supporting over in this area. I got infantry right here. So I'm going to move them along the road. Going to move these guys along the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that takes care of Corral. Okay. All right. Well, it's developing around Kharkov to be a hotly contested area. All right. Soviet. He gets 2 supplemental cards. So we take the one with the highest command, which is Mobile Group Popov again, and the 3rd Tank Army becomes the supporting unit, which is a tank brigade. This one is going to be activate all units. Okay, so we're going to have, first thing we're going to do, looks to me like we're going to be rolling for a new core objective, because they're on the objective right now. They were in Lozovaya. Okay, so Lozovaya, back this up. On the table, we're going 2nd to 3rd objective. So now they're looking for Lozovaya, and we're going to roll the die, and it is a 9. Okay, and the 9 is Pryadovka South. Pryadovka South. Okay. And that is located at 2120. All right, so we're looking for 21. Ah, there it is. Way down here. 2120 south. So there he is. So that's their next objective. So you can see they're going to be running down the road there probably. Okay. Alright, take a VP hex. They already did that. I'm going to put a marker under here for this one so I don't forget it. Okay, take a VP hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't reach it. They can't reach that. Adjacent to a German VP hex and near an objective. Just these 2 guys up here are still tied up there. And I didn't check them for combat last time, but they only have a strength of 7 unless they get combined arms. And they have 6 strength. They would not have attacked anyway. Okay. I have open supply line, cause surround. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get there, blocks him. They can cause surround. Move to a hex causing German unit to be surrounded. Prefer hex A causing surround of most units. Adjacent to a surrounded unit. Preventing German supply trace. Do not advance. Not adjacent to a Soviet Union unit. Okay. This goes in descending order. He's a 7, he's a 9, he's an 8, he's a 3. The 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Try it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the guy that would do it. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now he's got zone of controls on each side of him, so he's surrounded him. Okay, that unit's in trouble now. All right, my next guys. Oh, wait a minute. I don't do that because this is a spearhead unit. Right. This is a spearhead unit. They don't do that. Follow movement arrows. We go in ascending order. So he's locked in with this guy. These guys are up there. 9, 8, and 7. Ascending arrows. Okay. So 7 goes first. Following his arrows, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can stack there. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's tied up there. Okay. All right. So we look at this again. They have tank brigade, so it doesn't help them. So they have 7 to 6. So it's still 1 to 1, which do not attack. The combat ratio, let me do that over. Let me double check that. It's greater than 1 to 1. So command value is 3. His situational strength is not greater than 2 to 1. The barrage applies. So that's 4. If only Soviet units have armor, no. Not surrounded, not flanking. Target hex VP plus 2 or more, yes, so that's 5. Combat tactics, 6. He still doesn't attack. Okay. Here though we have 3 to 1. Command value is 3 plus 2 is 5. Armor makes 6. Uses the combat tactic 7. So it's a 7. So he's attacking again. He's going to get 1 chit, 2 chits because he's drawing, and we're still at the 3 to 1. Okay, here we go. First one, combat engineers, no. Unsupplied or dispersed, no. Attacker artillery, no. Defender artillery, no. So nothing happened. Okay, so these guys are just tying this unit up. He's not getting anywhere. I got him kind of tied up. I need to see if I can get somebody over there to give him some assistance. What I'm going to have to do. Okay, that's it for the Soviet turn. I've got 3 cards. 3rd Corps. Activate all 3rd Corps units. Man, I like keeping that guy tied up right there. I might be able to get to him. That 4th Army one, I could get this guy moving. 4. That would make that a lot better odds and get him out of there. Okay, I'm going to deploy, activate all units in 1 Panzer IV Army Corps. That's what we're going to use this one for. We're going to activate the 57th Corps. He goes Oh, it's going to cost me 2 to get out of there. Well, 2, 3, 4. It gets him down there closer where he's going to be able to help out a little bit, I hope. Okay, Soviets. 2 cards. 69th, Popov. We go with the higher command value, so the Popov units again. Okay, so activate up to 2 unit stacks that are not in a VP hex and all mobile reserves. Prefer A, supplied, not surrounded, high strength, most units, lowest selector. Activate up to 2 unit stacks, not in a VP hex, and all of their reserves. So he gets his reserves. Prefer A, supplied, they're all supplied, not surrounded, highest strength, most units. Well, that's 1 stack right there. The other one, he's a 4, he's a 6. He's a 4, he's a 3. And then we also bring in the reserves. Alright, so this guy, take a VP hex. Enter a town or a city. So he moves in 9, 7, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is descending order. 8, 9, 7. So he moves in. I'm going to put a star there, and they're going to get a victory point for Pavlograd. They move up to 6. Okay. Your next guys, he can't take it. He can't take it. Okay. Adjacent to a German VP hex and supply, follow movement arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, cuts him across that way. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the 2 stacks. Now I have to deploy the German, or the Russian, Soviet. Let me find that one now. Okay, I found it. So here we go. The handouts are designed differently, but so sometimes they're different locations. So there are 2 Russian to place, a 4 and a 5. Place one at a time. Hex is eligible for placement if all true. Village or Soviet town, city targeted by active front, empty or garrisoned, in Soviet reserve, not adjacent to a Soviet unit unless a VP hex. If village or hex unit would not be nearly surrounded, current operational limit. Prefer a hex in German supply or to which German unit proximate, garrisoned hex adjacent to a German unit in Soviet support. City hex, VP hex closest to non-reserve unit in active army, closest to non-reserve unit in active front. Okay. Hex is eligible for placement if all true. Village or Soviet down. So I have one back here. Empty or garrisoned in Soviet reserve supply, yes. Not adjacent to a Soviet unit, okay. Unless it's a VP hex. So number 4 would come in here. And then prefer a hex in German supplier to which German unit proximate. 1, 2, 3. He's proximate to that. The other one I think would come up here to this one. And he's proximate 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So I think that fills those needs right there. Okay. Now, we're going to have combat because, nope, I only activated the 2 stacks that I activated. Yep. Okay, so we're done. Done with that. All right. So, let's see what we got now. We got 3 corral. Hey, there we go. Corral. I think Panzer Battalion. Screen. Oh, I like that. Next time we have combat. Reinforce the battle. Like that too. Artillery. Huh. Okay. My 3rd Corps. Oh man, I know, I don't know. I'm just sitting on this area up here right now. I don't have enough strength to go punch them guys out of there. Corral, he could become a force down here. So I think I'm going to activate all units in Corral. So we're back over here again. So first one I'm going to do is right up here. He's going to move 2 for the woods, 3, 4. He follows. So I'm going to make it a little harder for him to get to that objective. Trying to anyway. Okay. And now this group is just going to cross the bridge and they'll be right here. That's 9. If I get them in there, 19 to 4, that'd be 4 to 1 odds. Yeah. We're not going to attack. I'm just kind of getting things set up here. No attack yet. Okay. Soviets, pull 2 cards. Stavka, mobile group, Popov. So Stavka is the command card. Turn 2 and 4. Activate all units in 3rd Tank Army plus any stacked units with them. Well, they're all right here. There's nobody stacked with them. Okay. Well, here we go. I think we're going to start to get into something now. Finally. They can't take a VP hex. They're adjacent to a German VP hex and near an objective. Move to hex closer to or within 4 hexes of front objective. Well, not there. Prefer, okay, supply line. Follow movement arrows. Well, they can't do that because of the, they can't use everything. Closest to front objective, strengthen potential attack. So I do believe this is where these guys are going to move in. Now, strengthen that attack is ascending. So he's 24 and 16. That 16 would have to pull out 2, cost him go 2, and then come into this one, or he's in this attack already. So I don't think they would disengage there. 15, oh, there's 3 right there. He moves in, and then 15 moves in, and he would go 1, 2, 3, 4. He can come around. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on the road now. That road is right there. Okay. Now, Kharkov is under attack. All right, here we go. The other units, they're all locked in combat, so it's just going to be combat now. So let's start with the smaller one first. I have 4, he has 7, and 5 is 12 to 4, it's 3 to 1. He has a command value of activating card is a 5. Woo. Situational strength is greater than 2 to 1, so that's 7. He can apply a tactic, so yes, he's going to be, his attack is going to be there. Okay, I got to look up the Soviet tactics for this NKVD. Increase hits incurred by the defender by 1. NKVD chit supply. Okay. Increase hits incurred by the defender by 1. Okay. So, let's see what happens here. So they have 2, 4 chits plus a tactic, that's 5. So 5 chits. Three to 1. Here we go. First chit. Greater than 5 to 1? No. Greater than 3 to 1? Yes. Ooh, that's a big hit though. At least I'm in that town. Second hit. Second chit. City or woods? No. Clear or broken? No. That one doesn't count. Flank attack. Yes. 1 hex attack. No. Okay. 3. They're putting it on me this time. Attacker command 4 or 5. Yes. And that's the priority. And large attack, no. Greater than 7 to 1, no. Okay. These 2 come off. Now, attackers, going to read that again. NKVD, combat chit supply, didn't get 1. Increase hits incurred by the defender by 1. So that would make that a 2. But he loses 1, so it's 1 hit on the attackers. But it's 5 hits on the defender. Now I got to check something here. because I got to see about this zone of control and this retreat, because there's a mixed zone of control right here, and I got to see what to do there. Okay, this is really a technicality because I don't think it's going to make any difference anyway, but this unit, he's only got 2 ways to go, and because this unit's not there in that hex, that zone of control is still there. So it costs me a step to retreat there. And then I can retreat a second to here. That costs me, that makes him disperse. That takes care of 2 hits, but I still have to take 3 more hits. So that unit, that SS unit, just got eliminated. Okay, so they took it. Now, they're going to advance here. Let me get the right chart here and make sure I do them right. Okay. So we do this in ascending order. So I have he was here, I have a 24 and a 16, I have a 13, and a 4. He's going to be the first guy. So the first guy is definitely going to advance. So there's nobody there, he makes the first advance. Okay, the next guy, there is a unit there. It was worth a victory point. Primary direction. All that stuff. So he rolls a 1 to 6, and he's going to advance 5. So that armor unit advances. Now the question is, did they advance the second hex? It would be no units there in the second hex. Because he retreated that way. So no unit in the second hex. Check with the highest chance for advance only. So a 1 to 7, that bottom armor unit, he does advance. So he advances to there. Now this guy is going to try to advance. There's already a unit there, so a 1 to 3. Oh, he got it. It's a 1. So he advanced. Now this infantry unit right here, he moves in there. I'm going to put a red star here just so I don't forget that they took this. He moves. Now they can only advance 1. Will this infantry unit move into there? He's a 1 to 6. 5. He does. So the Soviets advanced. Okay. And they earned another victory point. So up to 7 now. Okay. Now we got to check the big battle. Here I have 10. He has 3. Let's see, he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no large units there. So he's going to have 6 chits. He gets the NKVD tactics. That makes him 7. So he's a large attack. His odds are 3 and 8 is 11. And 8 is 19. 22 to 10. He's 2 to 1. And I'm going to play a tactic screen. And the screen on my tactics reduces the allowable chit draws by 2. So he was at 7, now he goes down to 5. Oh, he's only at 2-1. We have to calculate his attack. Wait a minute, I may not play that just yet. Let's see if he can attack first. So he's greater than 2-1, so he's going to get his combat tactics 5. Oh yeah, that's 9. He's definitely attacking. Yeah, and I'm definitely playing the screen tactic, combat tactic here. So it's screen. So that means 2 less chip draws. So he was at 6, 7. So that means he only gets 5 chip draws, and he has to draw 6. Well, he has to draw all 5 of them. Doesn't really matter with the Soviets, they draw them all anyway. Okay, German air power. Come on, focus up. There we go. Nope. Soviet air power. No, that one doesn't count. Next one. Dispersed or unsupplied. No. Defender adjacent. Yes. Okay. That helps me, hurts him. Next one. Aha. German air power. No. Soviet air power. No. It's 3 chits. 2 to go. Next one. Greater than 4-1. No. Greater than 2-1. Yes. One more chit. Greater than 5-1? No. Greater than 3-1? No. All right, that's it. These 3 come off the board. Okay, so I end up with D-1, D1, so no hits, and the city would have absorbed a hit. And he ends up with 2 attacker losses. Okay, so we know the first loss has to come off of either a large unit or an armor unit. So there were no large, but he does have armor. So let's see what it says to do, how to do this. All right, how to take the hits on the assigning hits to Soviet attackers. First hit, remove a step. Okay, so it comes off of a it would come off the highest numbered Soviet tank. So he's a 6, he's a 1, he's a 3, that's a 9. So it comes off of this unit right here. He takes a hit. Okay. So we put that down there. That's 1 hit. We'll take that one off the board. Okay, now it says there's a table here in the book that I'm using. Right here. Assigning hits to Soviet units. First hit, remove the step. Okay, attacker steps. He has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He has 11 steps left. Hits remaining after first step loss. There's 1. So the number's a 1, it's the number of steps removed. Okay. So it would be the highest numbered unit left. I have a 17, 15, he was a 9, and a 1. So he'll take the other hit right there. So he took 2 step losses in that one, and they didn't budge me out of Kharkov. So I would say that was successful in my defense there of Kharkov. All right. Okay. I have 2 cards now, so I'm going to draw 3. 1, 2, and 3. That's all my cards. Okay. 3rd Corps. These guys. Air supply. Looking at some of the different things on here. Could get this guy moving again too. I'd like to get him out of there. Yep, I think I will activate this. I've got 1 unit there. So we're going to activate him. He is right here. We're moving him this direction. So let's see, that's his minor river. He can cross it. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have him. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I don't want to get him behind the lines where he doesn't have supply. Yeah. Let's do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. This way. Okay. All right, Soviets, 2 cards. Man, they still have a lot of cards to use. That's going to be the bad part here. Okay, we drew 6th Army, 1st Guards Army. They both have a C3 for command, so now we go to the lowest card. That's a E11 and E18. So the 6th Army is the command card, and the 1st Guards Army is a tactic card. And this is activate all units in the 6th Army. Okay, so that's this group up here now. So, their objective is in the southwest, is way down here also. Take a VP hex, enter an empty German town or city. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't reach it. I think they're all infantry. Yes. Okay. And is he on top? Nope, just a star. Okay. Adjacent to a German VP hex. Move to a hex closer to or within 4 hexes of the front objective and adjacent to a German VP hex. No. Open supply line? No. Cause surround. Now, they can cause surround here, right up here. Move to a hex causing German unit to be surrounded by the most units. That would be those guys right there. So, this is in descending order. He's a 13. He can't get there. I have a 3. I have an 8, a 7, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because broken doesn't cost him anything. He can just move straight up there. 1, 2, 3. So he causes surround right here. Okay. The other guys, they can't cause surround. These guys can't make it surround here. 1, 2, they have to come out too far. If they were armor, they could. They can't do it. Okay. Let's see. To a Soviet VP hex. Adjust to a German VP hex. Adjacent to a German VP hex. Move adjacent to unsurrounded German unit. Move to adjacent to a German VP hex targeted for active front. No, that's way down south, so they're not going to do that. Adjacent to a German unit in the logistics hex. No. adjacent to a German unit. Move to an unoccupied hex adjacent to a German unit and not adjacent to a Soviet unit adjacent to that. So they actually can do that up here. This goes in descending. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Follow movement arrows. So now we go ascending. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. He's down there, coming around down in that area. Then he'll start to come back across. Okay. All right. Well, that's not going to be a combat, I can tell you that. He gets a tank brigade with him, but it's not he's not got enough there. These guys moved. This guy 3 to 4, he doesn't have enough to attack either, so there won't be any attacks. Okay. Now, I'm going to have my 3rd Corps Conf Group. Four. I could move them guys down here, maybe boot that guy out of here. That would free me up to try to get over here. Give me some relief over there. I got some more reinforcements coming next turn. Man, running out of cards. Well, I really want to do something over here. That's for sure. What I got up there? If I reinforce on my combat tactics, select one active or inactive stack. Yeah, so I had to pick the stack. Okay. That would give me 3, 6, 10, 14 to 3, 4 to 1. It's pretty good odds. He's in the open. If I reinforce the battle. Or I just wait, do what I really want to do. Well, you know what? I could do this. I'm going to activate the 40th Panzer Corps, and I'm going to move these guys to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can create him being surrounded. 2, 3, 4. Right there. I've got these guys. And we're going to play the assault coordination tactic right here, which will allow the 3rd Corps to join in this battle. Okay, he draws a card for his combat tactic, which is intelligence. Reuse. If drawn during combat or applied as a combat tactic, shuffle this card back into the draw pile. No reuse on a mud turn or when 3 or fewer cards are in the Soviet deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot. Okay, so I got to shuffle that one back into there. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 chits. 2, 3, 4 chits. And we're at 8, 14 to 3, so we're 4 to 1. So 4 chits, 4 to 1. And just to make sure, the Soviet intelligence chit, that it doesn't say something weird. On a Soviet defense, the German command value is considered to be 1. Cancel any German combat tactics applied to this combat. Oh. Okay. So, this goes back into my hand, into the deck. This one goes back into my hand, so it didn't get used. I have to shuffle this one back in to the Soviet deck. I'm glad I went and read that. Now that makes my attack 3 chits, 10 to 3. So it's 3 to 1. Ugh. Not as good now. Here we go. I have to pull 2 chits, no matter what. Town or city? No. Clear? Yes. It's 1 hit. Attacker artillery? No. Defender artillery? No. I'm drawing the 3rd chit. Greater than 1.5 to 1? Yes. Less than 1.5 to 1 to no? No. Okay. So, he takes 2 hits, and I take 1 hit. Okay. He takes 2 hits, I take 1 hit. I have to take it on an armor unit. So I'll take it on this armor unit right here. He's going to take the hit. And now I got to take 2 hits on the Soviet. Soviet defender. Okay. First hit. Oh, this is a defender. 1 hit at a time, according to if the defender can't retreat, apply hit as a step loss. He cannot retreat because he is surrounded. So he takes a step loss. Okay. So he takes a step loss. That leaves him at 1 step. If number of hits remains greater than or equal to number of steps in defending units, retreat 1 hex. But if he does that, he loses. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We got him. He's eliminated. All right. So my first eliminated Soviet unit out of the 6th Army, and I can advance 1 hex if I want to. So he's going to advance. He's not going to advance. He will advance to there. Okay. All right. Soviet turn. 2 cards. Southwestern Front, Verana's Front. He's a command of 4, so that's the 1 to 3. Activate all units in mobile group pop-off. Gee whiz. Plus stacked units. Man, that mobile group pop-off is killing me. Woo! Here we go. He's all over the board down here. They're going to make another big dash down here, I think. Those off the board. Wow. Okay. Take a VP hex. He can take a VP hex right here. That's 1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So can these guys. So we do this one in descending orders. Highest number. 8, 9. Well, he would take the VP hex. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we give him the VP hex right here. And we give him a VP. Gives him 8 victory points so far. Okay. Man, these guys are coming down here into these big areas here. All right. Adjacent to a German or near an objective? No. Okay, so they go to follow movement arrows. His is 1, 2, 3, no, do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. His is 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy is engaged. He can have combat. Now this guy, he can move 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 2 guys up there. They're still tied up there. They're not getting anything done up there, but it's tying up everything all around up there. Okay. We have 1 combat to do. It is 3 to 1. And I think we know by going through all this math, this combat card value is a 4, 6, and he can reinforce battle and artillery. Oh, he doesn't get it, so it stays at 6. He does not attack this time. It's only 6 to 1. Okay, well, that's it. So now, back to my guys. I got 3rd Corps, 2nd SS Panzer Corps. So I could give up that victory point. I can make them fight for it. That's what they're going to do. So I got my 3rd Corps here. And I can Panzer Battalion, what's that give me? So I'm looking at Panzer Battalion, add 2 to the combat strength of a German attack, add 1 to strength of German defense. This adds armor to German units in the combat. They do not already possess armor. So I'm looking at make him a 12 to 3, be 4 to 1. Okay, I'm going to activate. I'm going to activate this third corps. He is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we virtually kind of have him surrounded a little bit. All right. I'm getting some action up here now, trying to push this 6th Army out of here. Up here. We're getting a little action up in here now. And they're going to play a tactic of a Panzer battalion that I can add to that. Now, let me see what that says again. I want to make sure I get this right. It says my German tactic, add 2 to the combat strength of a German attack. This adds armor to German units in the combat if they not already possess armor. One attacking German infantry unit may advance after combat as if it were a mech unit. Armor to German units in the combat if they do not already possess armor. So he does not possess armor. I'm saying, oh no, he is an armor. I would not use that tactic. I take that back. Yes, I would not use that. And I don't have an assault coordination. So maybe I won't attack because that's only 2 to 1 there. 6, 10 to 1. It's 3 to 1. But I don't get many chits to hit them. I think I won't attack. I think I'll just play that and leave him just like that. Yeah. Okay, 2 cards. It's going to leave 2 cards for the Germans, or for the Soviets, I mean. We get the 1st Guard Army, which is the primary card, and the 40th Army, which is their secondary. Activate all units in the Army. Well, there's only 2, and they're both up here. 2 and 4. So that's 6 to 6. It's 1 to 1. And it's not greater than 1 to 1, so he will not attack. Do not attack if less than 1 to 1, if ratio is greater than 1 to 1. So what if it's 1 to 1? That's where it's confusing a little bit. Okay, so at 1 to 1 we would calculate it. So his command value is 3. He's not greater than 2 to 1. He is in the artillery barrage zone though, so he gets 1. That's 4. Let's see, flanking, no, because he's in a city. Target Hicks is 2, that moves him to 6. He gets an artillery, so that's 7. So he gets 7, so they will attack. Okay, so that's these 2 guard units right here. They're attacking. So he gets 2 chits. All of these are 1 chit units, so they're 6 sitting there. Okay. So he's going to attack. I don't have anything tactic to play with him. So he gets 2 chits. And he is at 6 to 6, or 1 to 1. See what he gets. He gets greater than 3 to 1? No. Less than 2 to 1, yes. He takes a hit. A city or attack not supported, yes. It's in the city, so it would have had -2. Okay, so it doesn't hit him. He takes 1 hit on that attack, and that would go against the highest guy, so he loses a step. So it drops him down 1. Okay. Well, weakened him some. So I have my 3rd Panzer Corps and my third core. Activate one unit, activate any one unit. Hey, maybe that's what I'll do here. I can activate any one unit. Third core conf group. That means that I can do any unit, I think, in that area. Let me check that. Yeah, I can activate them, but they can't attack. But you know what? That'll work. I'm going to activate any one unit of my choice, and I'm going to activate over here. I'm going to activate I got here. He's a 2. He could cause them not to get that objective. They'd have to fight for it. He could move over here and I could get some support. That's really what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over the bridge, and I'll lock this guy up right here. Okay, I'm not giving up on them guys yet. Okay, they got 69th and 40th Army. He's a 4. They're both 2s, and he's a 7. So 40th Army gets the command card, and it is activate all units in the 40th Army. So here they come with their last big move here, the 40th Army. So let's see what this says. Upon Army's first activation, well, it's not, okay. Remove any Army objective marker when Army's last objective is. Okay. So, 40th Army, take a VP hex. So he can get to the VP hex. Enter a map edge, VP hex and Soviet supply. If start, adjacent, ignore German zone of control. Yep. So he doesn't, but he can move in here. So let's see, we go, this one goes descending, 4, 10, he can't reach it, 1, 2, 3, 4, but can he? 1, 2, yes, he reaches it, 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes that 40th Army objective, it immediately moves to the next zone, which will be marker 10, 12. So 10, 12. So that's where the 40th Army wants to come next. Is right over there in that mess around Kharkov. Okay, and they gain 2 victory points for that one. So give them 2. So 2, 1, 2. That puts that down to 1. So they're now at 10 victory points. Okay. 10 victory points. I'm going to go ahead. I'm kind of getting in the habit of doing this because I don't want to forget to mark something. So I'll put the little red star in there. It says that they own that. And then if I take it later on, so be it. Okay. All right. Well, he took the victory point hex. Adjacent to a German victory point hex and near an objective. No. Open supply line, no. Cause surround. Nope, he can't cause surround anywhere. Soviet victory point hex. Nope. Adjacent to a German VP hex. Move adjacent to a German VP hex targeted for the active front. So his is down there. They're not there. Adjacent to German unit in logistics hex. No. Adjacent to a German unit. So now he could get adjacent, unoccupied hex adjacent to a German unit and not adjacent to a Soviet unit adjacent to the same unit. Oh. 1, 2, 3. I think he could still do that. Prefer adjacent to the most German units, German unit to which no Soviet unit is adjacent. Closest German unit. And not adjacent to the same German unit. Okay, closest German unit starting hex satisfying this method doesn't move by any method. Okay. He would move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts him there. Okay. Follow movement arrows. So this last guy would follow his movement arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's the 40th Army. We check for the attack. They're going to be 8 to 4. 8 to 4 is 4 to 1. 8 to 4 is 4 to 1. Okay. Eight to 4 is 4 to 1. So now we check command value. Activating card is a 2. They get 2 for the odds, so that's 4. They don't have assault coordination, that's not going to apply. 4. Not surrounded. Flanking. He's not in the town. Nope. So that's 5. Didn't use that. So it does, look, they do not attack. Okay. I have one card left. And it is this SS. But I don't have any one active unit that I want to activate, or do I? Somewhere. Let's see. Maybe, yes I do. I have one active unit that I'm going to activate. It'll be this 57th right here. He's going to cross the river here and move in there. We're going to see if we can get him some support here. All right, that's the end of turn 2. And so, let's see what we got to do here at the end of the turn. Check victory levels, that starts at turn 4. Return all combat chits, so there goes the old combat chits. Okay. Remove dispersed and forward support markers. I don't have any. Nobody got dispersed in this turn. Check the garrison, not there. Remove all Soviet objective markers from play. That's at turn 7. So we don't have that. And I do know that my turn marker up here on the board is going to go to game turn number 3 for the next turn. All right. Well, that's the end of turn 2. Man, I don't have any way to stop these guys. I don't have any reserves. I don't have anything going on down there. They're kind of running wild on me down here. They're going to rack up some points against me. In the meantime, you know, I got them tied up here. They can't break through up there yet. And I really got them held up here at Kharkov. So that's where I'm really trying to hold them back at and see what I can do there. And eventually something's got to break here. But I don't have many reserves coming in. I got some for the 40th Corps coming in, and that may help me dislodge this group up here. I would love to do that and interrupt get their supply interrupted down here, because they got to get back to their supply zones. If I can interrupt that, you know, I can cause them some problems. So all right, well, we'll call this one. It's been another good turn, I think. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you like the video, give me that thumbs up. All that helps me, of course. And we'll get ready for turn 3. I hope you're enjoying it. And I look forward to the next turn. Have a good one.